What does this mean?
Oh my gosh! It just clicked. What is up, LAG family, and welcome back to some more Danganronpa. The last episode was crazy and we found out that Chihiro died. So now we are currently investigating, trying to figure out who did it, and I don't know, maybe we'll also find out why. I'm excited. I don't know what twists and turns are about to happen, but we are about to jump into the game, so let's go. Where did everybody go? That's the girls and boys bathroom. The cafeteria. Go to the cafeteria. Go to the cafeteria. When in doubt, go to the cafeteria. Because I know everybody usually like hangs in there. Here she is. Oh, Hina. How's TOKO doing? Same as before. She won't come out, and she just keeps mumbling something about Genocide Jack. So I just left her there. You left her? My head was all swimmy, and I was getting pretty hungry.
Yeah.
Oh, but don't worry. I'm gonna head back as soon as I'm done eating. You're not even eating anything. You're just standing. TOKO's not exactly pleasant, but I'm still worried about her. Speaking of which, what are you eating? Nothing. A donut, of course. Why you? Okay, of course. There's two things I'm sure God created: outer space and donuts. Really? I bet your hero would have. Liked to eat more donuts. Maybe that was her one big regret. Who regret nothing? I should have tried to spend more time with her. Come to think of it, who did she spend time with?
Well,
yeah, she was a little bit strange. Didn't really hang out with the other girls much. It was like she was trying to keep her distance from us. Maybe she just one of those people that just like to keep to themselves. Like they'll hang out with you, yes, but them not hanging out with you doesn't mean they don't like you or anything. They just, sometimes just want to be by themselves. Actually, Sakura said something similar. She did that even though she said that even though you and her invited Chihiro to exercise with you, she always refused.
Yeah, totally.
Yep, it's true. And it wasn't just us either. It was like she stayed away from all the girls. Was she just shy? I don't know. She talked to the boys all the time. Isn't it kind of weird to be shy around your own sex, but totally fine with the opposite sex? No, not really. Oh wait, maybe she was used to guys spoiling her. The law says you can't judge a book by its cover, right? But y'all sure are judging. You think so? I never really saw her as the kind of girl. I guess her account is that she never really hung around the girls, so then how could the girls have done anything to her?
I'm getting tired of waiting. Shall we just plunge right in? It's the moment you've all been waiting for.
Yes!
The class trial.
Okay.
You remember where to meet, right?
Yep.
Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school.
I'm gone.
See you soon.
I'm gone. I'm there. Begin the class trial, or it's about to begin. What? Okay, y'all, here we go. Class trial time. The red door is right through here. Now, the funny thing is, or the messed up part about it is, I kind of don't remember it. That's what you get for taking off time from a game. You don't always remember everything. So, is everyone ready or what? Oh, ready to or what? Oh, what? Am I blind or are we missing someone?
Yo.
Yeah, TOKO's not here. Oh, she's still in her room. And TOKO is... You really don't remember?
Come on.
Kidding. I'm just kidding. How could I forget that little nut job? She's a crucial part of the class trial this time.
What are you gonna do?
Alright, are you dropping hits, Monokuma? Okie dokie. I'll go ahead and drag her out here kicking and screaming. Just one moment, please. I think he's dropping hints. I already said I think I know what's going on, but we'll see. And just like he said, a few minutes later, he reappeared, dragging TOKO behind him. I told him I didn't want to, but he forced me. I can't believe you would drag a girl around. Terrible. You're terrible.
Here.
So now everyone's here, right? Okay then. Hustle onto the elevator and let's get this show on the road. All right, y'all, get your snacks. I already got my water. Get your snacks. It's time to go in. I'll see you guys down there. Or down there. Yeah, down there.
Let's go.
So, wait, where did you come from? Shall we get going? It's time to find out who killed Chihiro. Chihiro Fujisaki? She was so gentle, so calm and neat. Nobody had any problems with her. And yet they did her like that. Someone made the choice to kill a girl like that. Let's get on the elevator. And that murderer is one of us. Someone standing here. Oh, standing right here. I gotta talk to y'all. Can I just get, like, can we get... Okay. We had no choice, right? We had to do this.
It's true.
Yes. I gave a small nod and replied. With one last deep breath, I walked toward the elevator and on shaky legs. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. As soon as everyone was on, the elevator began to descend. Woo! I couldn't get a handle on my emotions. Couldn't stop speculating. I think I know who did it, but we'll talk about it during the trial. The steel box sank with heavy clunking sounds deeper and deeper into the ground. And as we went deeper, the uneasiness in my heart grew bigger and bigger. The elevator was unaffected, however, and continued to descend without hesitation. Until finally, it came to a sudden stop. I'm getting excited. Okay. What do you think? I redecorated. Isn't it so fresh? Isn't it so... I didn't even notice. I didn't notice. Don't waste your time with stupid questions. Let's get this over with.
Very
Good, good. You're preparing to go. What? Anyway. Gotta say, I don't hate it. Not at all.
well.
Okay then, let's get the show on the road. Yes.
Thrills, chills, kills.
Everyone, please find your assigned seats. I mean, we're standing. We're not necessarily sitting down, but I get what you're saying. And so, the curtains opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly fate. A deadly... Okay. Do you want to save... Yes. Yes. We can overwrite this one. Do you wish to overwrite? Yes. All right. So, I don't remember what happened in the last episode. I should have watched it. Let's open this. Let's look at our truth bullets. Let's start there. Okay, so the Monokuma file number 2, the victim was Chihiro Fukasagi of Fujisaki, excuse me. The time of death is estimated around 2 a.m. The body was discovered in the girls' locker room on the 2nd floor of the school. Now, the thing is with the girls' locker room is that there are certain things that was changed. The poster, the rug, certain things was just off, as if the room was just switched entirely. Then you have Sakura's account. Although Chihiro wanted to get stronger, she declined several times. The locker room dumbbell, which is what they used to kill her. Chihiro had told anyone willing to listen that she wanted to get stronger. The card reader, I think it was more so that anybody who was like, even though people have died, you can still go get their ebooks and use their ebooks to get into any of the rooms. Main hall handbook of each student that died. Yes. Then that is, what is his name? Leon. That is Leon's broken handbook, even though the handbooks cannot be broken. I'm trying to refresh. I'm trying to like hurry up and refresh. Genocide Jack's case file. Suspected genocide Jack victims included we're not reading that. Chihiro seemed to have consciously kept her distance from all the females. Sakura spilled coffee. The two posters were switched. Chihiro's handbook was not found on her corpse. Whoa, wait a minute, what? And has apparently gone missing. I'm glad I read that. Chihiro's body had been suspended. Sakura mentioned that she had wasted coffee, but the rug that was in the girls' room, locker room, was not sane. The library desk lamp was known to use this lamp often. Talk to me. However, the extension cord has gone missing and at some point. Okay. And then Celeste account. The time. Okay. Okay. I think we can go in. This might be tough because I'm trying to like remember everything.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So if you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay then. So, first off, let's talk about the murder weapon!
Woo! Okay, y'all, here we go. First, we have to make clear what was used to deliver the fatal blow. But somebody had to be strong enough to pick that weight up. That was heavy. It was a lot. Locker room dumbbell.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
Oh, how do I shoot? I forgot how to shoot. Is it wide? Yes.
I bet it was an iron pipe.
I missed it.
Interesting.
Oh.
It certainly would make for a powerful weapon.
Wait, when he said that it was a plate, maybe that's when I should have said that it was the dumbbell. I gotta remember the controls.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a...
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
Shit, I was right. I should have went with my first thought.
A few moments later.
Chihiro's fate, it appears it was a head.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been? I bet it was an iron pipe.
Thank you. I'm like, I know I was hitting that. We are off to a rough start.
Can we agree that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell, found at the scene of the crime?
Yes.
It was covered in blood, and there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell. As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
Okay.
You looked at her head wound?
She had to. You have to look.
Yes! That's so creepy!
She's
If
like,
you don't mind, I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit.
Okay.
Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
What? For real?
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
I hope y'all can hear the voice acting in there. Genocide Jack, the fiendish serial killer. Did he really kill Chihiro? A new element has been added to the non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Yes. Okay, for this debate, lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. Your truth bullets will disappear if they hit these lines, so think of them as obstacles in your debate. But there's a way to keep this white noise from getting in your way. Press the A button to attach the silencer, which you can use to shoot down the white noise. However, if you shoot an actual remark with your silencer instead of the white noise, the time limit will decrease. So take careful aim when you have your silencer out. Oh, but if your action difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't appear at all. I don't remember what I have this set to. In which case, you can forget about the silencer and just focus on the situation in front of you. Well then, good luck and have fun. I don't remember I don't even remember setting this to anything. Okay.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible!
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on! There's just no proof for it.
Gimme! No!
So, speaking of genocide,
no!
I know who that is!
Y'all, I know I'm hitting this, and y'all see me aiming at this thing.
The culprit is Genocide Jack.
Yes.
I'm sure. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible!
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on! There's just no proof for it.
Hit it! Yes!
No, that's wrong.
I don't know what's going on with this thing, but it's not picking up when I click on it.
I might know one reason he could be involved.
Okay.
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library. I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
Okay.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth. So let's forget about that for now. More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Correct.
Oh, that's right. Boob lust.
I know he did not just say boob lust.
No. It's actually bloodlust.
He's such a perv.
But more important is the other characteristic. And it's something that has never been made public.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Wait, what?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
The other characteristics of every Genocide Jack case, which the world at large doesn't know. If I'm not mistaken, it has to do with the positioning of the bodies. The bodies were suspended. Where the murder took place. No, how the victims were positioned.
I got it!
Okay, I got it.
Apparently, in every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way.
By hanging them with like these scissors.
Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way.
Kind of.
So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it?
Ooh,
There's only one logical answer I can think of.
That's why he thinks
it's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
No fucking way.
I got you now.
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Yes. In fact, it's Toko.
Yes! Ooh! He got there before I didn't know he was gonna get there that fast, and I thought it was Toko. Why was Toko freaking out in the room about, I think she said something like, I can't let Genocide Jack out, or something like that. Plus, it almost seems like she has multiple personalities, like two different personalities. And I didn't know that they was gonna jump to that fast.
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
I did not know that he was gonna jump to that fast. Shut up! I did not know that he was gonna jump to that fast.
Okay, wait, hold on a sec.
It makes sense.
Toko has like bloodophobia or whatever, remember?
But
what
if
kind of
she has a
serial
different
killer is afraid
personality.
of blood?
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Because she has two personalities.
Another riddle. Man, why is this gotta be so complicated?
It's a riddle for sure, but I feel like I understand it. what it means for Genocide Jack to be Toko, but also to not be Toko. The answer is that she's not just one person, but multiple people. Right? Yes. Hangman Gap. I hope it's not. I don't know what to start with. Hold on. Did I just click an S? Oh, that was a miss. Oh. Crap. I am like messing this up. I don't know. I'm trying to figure. Schizophrenia. I got it. I got it too late. I should have just looked down at the thing. Yeah. No. Take me back. Yeah. I get it. No, I get it. I don't know why I didn't just give it another shot. Yes. I don't know why I didn't just look down at the word. Come on, yes. Schizophrenia. But I think they're trying to say schizo? Hold on, where is it? Oh, I need to find. Oh, okay. Where's the Z? Give me a Z. Give me a Z and then give me a O. Give me a move A. Yep. Schizo. Give me a O. Give me what I need. Here we go. Got it.
Now I understand.
Yep.
Is it because Genocide Jack has a split person?
Huh?
Yes.
I think I read that somewhere in the file too. They thought that the suspect might have, what did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
Yo, I didn't think we were gonna figure it out this fast.
Still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is
perfectly acceptable. Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
The one thing that shows Toko could have a split personality, it has to do with her behavior. I want to say her behavior changed, but also she fainted. No.
Shoot.
No. I should have went with my first mind. Hold on. Her behavior changed.
I got it.
Yes, her behavior did change.
You're talking about how she started acting totally different than usual,
was in her room,
right?
and she was just acting weird.
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then
she woke up out of nowhere. I'm fine. Yeah. Whoa. Is that a dead body? Hey, are you dead? Okay, yeah. She must have hit her head real hard when she fainted. The world has a front and a back, a top ending and a bottom, a sea of truth and a web of lies. This is quite concerning. I mean, she sounds completely different.
She was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone.
Now, when
permission.
she's like this, she doesn't know.
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In other words, within her is one personality that can't handle blood, and one that obviously can.
Yeah, because if she had saw her body again the second time, she would have fainted again. She didn't.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
She was scared of herself because she said, I can't let Genocide Jack out. So I think she knows. Yep. I won't let Genocide Jack have control. That's what she said. I'll drive out. Oh, I'll drive out the killer. Drive out the murderous fiend.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
Yep.
What?
TOKO was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her.
Y'all was
of
not
killing even more people.
I was not expecting us to figure this out this fast.
Yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Huh?
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, TOKO and I had a strange conversation.
Oh.
She told me a most interesting story. She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time.
And she told him that because she liked him, which means she felt comfortable with him.
And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, TOKO?
Oh my gosh.
This is all a lie. Right, TOKO?
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
Oh.
What?
You promised. I can't believe you lied.
Well, we finna see that other personality real quick.
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to. This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale.
She trusted him too, poor darling.
Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone.
So how long have you known? How long have you known?
But in spite of that promise,
I'm sorry, I couldn't keep our promise. But don't worry, never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control over it ever again. Wow.
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me.
He would.
That's the only reason I promised.
how many times do I have to tell you? I never said that.
Oh, okay.
But you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
I tried! I swear I tried to control it!
Yo, she's about to snap.
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
I hate you.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
Oh!
The person? You don't mean...
Boy, these voice actors are putting in work. We finna meet Genocide Jack. TOKO's body suddenly lunged backwards. A huge thud echoed across the courtroom. But in the next second... Oh no. What?
Hello there! Is it me you were hoping to see?
What is up with this tongue? Why is her tongue so long?
What the heck? So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
Because everybody assumed Genocide Jack was a guy.
What the fuck is this?
For real.
What happened to you?
Not TOKO. That's a loser name. And what happened is a textbook split personality. So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's fault.
Oh, she is crazy.
So intense.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Right.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie.
And that was a part of what she was saying when she came to.
Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
Look at her eyes. This is the murderous fiend, Genocide Jack. This is beyond insane.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Okay.
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you. I am the mastermind of all masterminds!
it's not true?
Of course it's not true! How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid! And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless!
Why do you say
they
that?
just let this idiotic, bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town!
Really?
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people.
No, that is not correct.
It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone. Just kidding again!
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death. There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
I'm surprised Celeste doesn't have anything to say.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed.
Oh.
Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack. If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined. So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Interesting.
But why kill?
Very, very, very interesting.
Why kill
Sorry,
Chihiro?
as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
Huh?
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion.
Who else would have known?
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Hold on. Anybody who has power can find out any type of information. I think the three people who has the most power and can get information would be Byakugan, Celeste, and the other girl with the long blonde hair that doesn't really talk
Do
that
you
much.
really expect any of us to believe you?
Her, the one that's next to Sakura.
Yeah. I could never believe a word you say, you monster.
Because they come from powerful families, right? Maybe she's totally right about that, but something still bothers me. What she said. I need to get some more details about all of this. I thought I had it. I thought I figured it out. Status of the dead body.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Status of the dead
Perhaps
body.
if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely. What more proof do we need?
I missed it.
Give it up. You killed her.
I missed it.
Sorry, but I didn't.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us
I thought I
to...
had this
If
figured
you
out,
had an
y'all.
alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh?
Who would've
Now
done
we're
it?
talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely.
Okay, there we go. I got it.
No, it's wrong.
It's right. Yeah, that's not right.
Are the
Got that, it
methods
all
of
figured out,
murder
got it
really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that. I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
The only thing that I can think of is with all the Genocide Jack cases, they were all men. This is the first time that a female from the Genocide Jack case was killed.
Huh? How's it any different?
Uh-oh,
And
you
plus,
don't know?
how they was hung, like they was hung up with like shears.
Well then, human garbage, let me tell you! I murder with passion and conviction. I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things. Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee.
Wow.
This is no creation of mine.
Let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense. There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
There's one clear difference between the murders. In the photo from the other Genocide Jack case, look at the neck and stomach. The style of the bloody message, the victim.
I got it!
Okay, the victim's fatal injury.
For one, The cause of death is different. In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way.
True.
According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors.
So I was right. I was right.
But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Right.
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method? And
All
there's
right,
more.
Makoto.
One more conflicting detail.
That's right. In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce.
Could you please stop comparing killing people to cooking?
Yeah, 'cause she making me hungry, and I love tortellini.
So, are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
But I thought it was the fact that they were all guys. That's right. The second difference is related to how the suspended. In the photos of the other Genocide Jack cases, all the other victims were stabbed through the hands. Here you'll see the clear difference. Suspended, the use of the
I got it!
Yes, okay.
Do you remember what the killer used to suspend her? They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
What is your point?
Well,
What is
in all
your
the
point?
previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them.
The shears.
Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
I don't know where she
guess
buying all
what?
these scissors
I
from.
used my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement. Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use. And you know what else?
What was that?
Big Mac said there's two differences, but he's wrong.
Big Mac?
Big Mac.
Are you referring to me?
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
That they're all guys? Please tell me I'm right.
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each Genocide Jack case.
I got
There's
it.
a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
She looks crazy.
Pattern.
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
I'm gonna start calling him Big Mac. Let's see. There was a pattern surrounding the Genocide Jack's victim and Chihiro didn't find it. If you look at the names of every victim, what you'll notice is, I think I figured it out. I know they were all guys. Chihiro, no, because hold on. I know why she couldn't have killed Chihiro because Chihiro was a girl.
I got it!
Yes.
Is it because Chihiro was a girl?
Bingo! Bullseye, right on the money!
What are you talking about?
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
So I was right from the beginning. All of them were dudes.
They were all guys?
Yes.
That's right! The people I kill with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men! I can't believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
And it's crazy because now that they know that she didn't do it, now Genocide Jack is just loose.
The hell is wrong with you?
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl, and the mopey side of me just hates it. But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan madam!
So since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles?
Ooh, ramen
Don't
sounds
be
good.
stupid. I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it. It's a different matter entirely. When you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Quiet, lowly cur!
Lowly? Cur?
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious
That's
suspect.
true. She has a point.
Does make some amount of sense.
Plus, whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors. Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Who would be?
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school?
Who would be strong enough to pick up that dumbbell and swing it and hit somebody?
I don't just use any scissors. scissors. I only use my own set of high-class envy of the entire world. Scissors.
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that?
Excuse me?
Da-da-da-da!
She had him on her the whole time.
She's fully equipped.
That's right, so I can go anywhere, anytime. Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side? Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong. You can't, can you? Gutter dogs, all of you.
Gutter dogs?
Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot. So rope's totally out of the question anyway.
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal and not some copycat killer or whatever.
Actually, hold on. There is one person. One person who could have copied the Genocide Jack cases. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Hold on. No. No thing. Somebody who have... Her name is Kyoko. Y'all, I don't think it's Celeste. You were the only one who knew about...
Here's my answer.
Was I right?
Yakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it? You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records.
Because of what he said in the not the break room, in that closet or the archives room. He has a powerful family. They can get anywhere.
Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
No!
Then the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
Yep.
Oh, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it.
But that doesn't...
The adorable glasses man was behind it all? Oh,
it doesn't line up for me. It doesn't line up for me. Because then what about the exchanging of the posters and the switching of the rugs that where Sakura spilled her coffee?
What's your response?
Could he have done all that?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me.
I don't
Then
buy
I
it.
must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
Looking back and thinking about it now, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
How? And the locker rooms? They're suspicious. Very suspicious indeed. Wouldn't you agree? Because he already knew that they've been switched. Huh? Suspicious. It seems nobody's searched the locker room. Let's start with the girls' locker room.
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy...
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
What, that he found those 3 tablets? There was a clear condition in what Byaku done just said. I need to make it clear to everyone. A new element has been added to the non-stop debate. Yes, because what else? Next, we're going to add something called a truth flashback. If you aim at a weak spot and hold down the Y button, then you'll memorize that weak spot. This memorized phrase can only be shot once as a single truth bullet. If you shoot or change the truth bullet, it will disappear from your truth cylinder. However, you can use this flashback feature as many times as you want. If you don't seem to have the answer to the lie or contradiction in your loaded truth bullet, it might be wise to memorize a different weak spot and use that to make your case. When's the best time to flashback? Well, you'll just have to use your keen wits, won't you? In this case, though, I will say that if you don't use a flashback, you won't be refuting anything. Well then, good luck and have fun. Oh, come on. Okay, so Monokuma file number 2. Was that Leon's? Oh crap. Oh.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the file. But he was acting weird. How?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
you absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy!
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
You wish you'd taken me with you?
Oh, okay, I think I get how it works.
A few moments later.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before, but he was acting weird.
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out, that's a
natural reaction for any.
The victim was Chihiro.
No, that's wrong.
How long did that take me?
I'll tell you what's so strange about that.
Man.
Because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was. So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
Huh?
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead. Show us.
The coffee stains? What's with Byakugan's attitude? It's like he doesn't even care. That's just his attitude. I've got him cornered, but he's acting like it has nothing to do with it.
What's the matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
There is. I think.
There is more to it. Think about it.
Come on,
We
Kilo.
just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
It's even the difference between this case and other Genocide Jack murders, the evidence that proves Byakugan is responsible is hidden in there. What could it be? Oh Lord, no, not another truth thing. I botched the laugh. Oh!
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
No, it wasn't a rope.
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
It wasn't rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
Oh, it blocked it!
Obviously, somebody else
The
must have
purple
had it
thing
hidden away
blocked
somewhere.
it! That's bull crap. Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it, let's
You want me
get
to
it.
explain when I want to kill, and I use those same scissors.
But Chihiro, it was some kind of...
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
Get there!
Obviously, somebody else must have had it hidden away
Got
somewhere.
milk!
A few moments later.
It could be just my aim, but my
The
goodness.
difference between the... You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended. It was some kind of...
That's right! It absolutely...
Then there must be...
Hey, Byakuya.
I'd never seen that rope before in
It was my aim.
No, that's wrong.
Listen. I was aiming directly on that thing.
Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before. Because, you see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord?
What? An extension?
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same
But did he
extension cord
really
that
do
was in
it?
the library all this time? went missing after the murder.
But everybody has access to this library. I just don't believe
And there's
he
no
did.
way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
He doesn't pay me for the person to be that sloppy.
Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right?
No. He's doing it again. He's totally calm, totally unconcerned because he know he didn't do it. As if he's not even involved. Wait. Not even involved?
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
No, I don't believe that.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath.
No.
What about all that bothers you?
No. Wait, I'm sorry, what was that just now? Something's not right. Chihiro's body was definitely found in the girls' locker room, but does that mean? Can I really just accept that Byakugan said as the truth? It's not, because we still haven't touched on everything. No, I don't think so. There's definitely something off about what he said. The scene of the crime. Because it seems as if they were
You say you killed
switched.
Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right? But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
Yes.
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown. She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that.
But you still have Sakura spilling coffee on the rug that was in the girls' locker room, but there was no coffee stain on the rug in the girls' locker room. You have the posters that were switched.
How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later.
I said that
along with the rest of the murder scene.
The rest of the murder scene? That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
I believe I do.
Hey, Byakugan, did I just take you off guard? When the story suddenly moved to the crime scene, Byakugan, who'd been so confident up till now, maybe Byakugan never even realized that the actual scene of the crime could have been somewhere else.
Hey, don't just move on without permission! What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
I got two. Evidence that shows the murder took place somewhere else. There was something about that was switched between the boys and the posters. The posters and the rug, but I'm starting with the posters. Oh crap. Oh, yeah. I'm starting with the posters.
I got it!
Okay.
The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Your proof is some posters?
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big boobed supermodel. But don't you think that's kind of strange? Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
Correct.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
Correct.
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms. You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
Yes, the
You're
coffee
referring
stain.
to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Yes.
Protein coffee?
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet, but I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
But how can you totally scrub away a coffee stain like that? It was moved. Give me this rug. Where is it?
I got it!
Yes.
The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Now, I did say in the beginning that they had to have switched that room, but then I started thinking, who's going to take out the time to move all those weights? That stuff is heavy. You couldn't do it by yourself.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too?
You couldn't do it by yourself.
But why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's what? In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the blood-stained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Huh?
Why would they go to all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime? Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place?
The tablets.
To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device, but Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
Wait a minute. If Chihiro never wanted to hang around the girls. She was always closer to the boys. So that means she would have went to the boys in order to work out. She would have went to them to say, hey, can you guys work out with me? Because she felt comfortable around them. She connected with them better. So a boy could have done it.
She did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
I highly doubt that.
Okay, don't be rude.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Is he right? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room so much? Yes. Hold on. Give me... What do I got? The broken e-handbook. Okay. We'll go with that.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook.
No. Hit it. No, why did I do that? I'm moving too quick. I need to slow down. I'm too excited. I'm getting too excited.
Possible? Could Chihiro really...
I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook.
No.
She was the ultimate programmer, after all.
No.
I'm sure that would have been no problem for her. No, I don't think that's it.
No.
She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
Yes. So she knew that was there. She knew those 3 handbooks were there. I thought only Byakugan knew.
No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yup. Hit the nail square on the noggin.
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked hers, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
Psst! You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts glaring.
Oh.
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook...
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just wrong?
No.
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
I'm trying to remember the rules, cause she have...
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
No. Is that it? No, it's not. Chihiro was killed in the girls' locker room, and Byakugan, the one who did it. Really? No, that's not right. But still, I don't know what else I can do.
Hold on a second. I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
Kyoko to the stage.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say? There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So...
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
What? What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting?
Oh my god.
Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial recess.
For real?
Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
Where are we going? I'm at a loss. That first trial, I was able to figure that out. But this one is... So before I even knew what was happening, the class trial had been put on hold. We headed off with Kyoko in the lead. And where she took us was... the locker room.
The girls' locker room?
We've already searched this place top to bottom! What are you trying to pull, Missy?
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
Because she was the only one that did it. You want to check it again?
Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
Examine her.
Oh my gosh, bro, stop. Stop.
Like, no way!
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything, it's just... based on religious grounds, you know?
Very well. I'll do it.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
What does that...
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her. So just leave this to me.
Sakura.
Oh my goodness.
What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about? That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Okay.
Genocide Jack
Here
just
I go.
walking around free, laughing and talking to everybody.
Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Putting her hands together in a brief prayer, Sakura then began to quietly examine her body.
Be sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but...
Oh, wrong button. Sorry, y'all.
What? This is... What is this?
Oh my gosh! It just clicked. Chihiro never hung around with the girls. She always felt uncomfortable around girls. She always kept her distance from girls. But she always hung out with the boys. She felt comfortable around them. Oh. Chihiro isn't a girl. Chihiro isn't a girl. That's why she was able to access the boys' locker room, but her body was moved to the girls' locker room because everybody thought she was a girl.
What is it?
Not possible. It's not possible.
Oh, it's possible. Sakura's eyes were staring widely at Chihiro's lifeless form. Her massive frame trembled.
This girl is
what?
Is a boy.
Yes! Now, it's getting good.
I see. So she was actually
a he.
Interesting. Thank you for confirming this fact.
That's why he was so concerned with being stronger. Feeling weak was odd to her, or he, because she was a he. And I guess she felt that because she was a boy, she was naturally supposed to be stronger.
You're joking, right?
No.
I wouldn't joke about this.
Ben,
I mean, you can go look.
it's really true?
Chihiro was a guy?
Oh, what, you guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat.
Shut up.
Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
It makes
He was a
sense.
cross-dresser? Oh, I'm really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting.
Wow.
Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting. Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial.
Wow, that makes everything. Now things start to make more sense.
I apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then, let's resume the class trial. We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
We got it. To think that Chihiro was actually a guy? The thought had never crossed my mind, even crossed my
And
mind.
because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girl, and the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbooks to get into the girls' locker room.
Because they are dead and you can borrow somebody's dead handbook. Not dead, you borrow the dead person's handbook to get in their room.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
Yeah,
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
The motive for moving the body to the girls' locker room was so that you could pin it on a girl. Because it's naturally to think that if she was in the locker room and only the females could access the locker rooms, that a girl did it.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
This is the most titillating situation!
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become clear.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
Very interesting. This has become very interesting indeed.
Oh my gosh.
He's off in his own little world.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
Well,
No, I
without
never
a
thought he
doubt,
was the killer in the
Byakuya's the
first
one that made
place.
Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it. But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
Now, someone could help the killer. They could help the killer. But that person won't necessarily graduate. They'll just be helping him.
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
But he could change his mind.
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery. The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Correct.
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder.
That's what I'm saying. It was too messy.
At least, that's how I see it. And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again, when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy.
He didn't know.
If you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
You know
Mark it
he's
as
right.
Correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit. I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
Are you fucking with us right now?
Wow.
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
Go ahead. find it very hard to believe, you're free to be executed along with the rest
Right.
of us.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say?
Like, my hands are literally shaking.
You're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility. Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
Right. Keep that in mind.
Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
This is gonna be a long video, but I'm
Anyway,
sticking out to the end of
let's
the trial.
discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
But if Byakugan didn't do it, then who's the real killer? Who murdered Chihiro? So Genocide Jack didn't do it. Byakugan didn't do it. I can't think of nobody. I always suspect Celeste, but it has to be a guy. It has to be a guy. There's one thing we can be sure that we know about the killer. I am shaky. The killer was able to gain access to the real murder scene, which means the killer is a guy, the killer is a girl. I'm going with this. I'm going with it. I'm going with it. Since the crime scene was the boys' locker room, you would need a boys' handbook to get in. Since Leon's handbook is apparently broken, the killer would have had to use their own. In other words, it had to have been a guy, right? Because a female couldn't use Leon's to get in the boys' locker room. But that's still not enough. I need to find some more clues. Woo! Celeste, what did Celeste say? What did Celeste say?
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Celeste!
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
Shoot! No! I thought Celeste was the last person to see
Isn't there a
Chihiro.
single clue that might... Did nobody
Unless
get
it
a
was
look
my
at the...
aim. I'm gonna
Sure,
try it
if someone
again.
saw the killer, they would have said something.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that...
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new...
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer.
No! Got it! I got it!
No,
I got it!
wrong.
Oh gosh, I was like, please let me get this aim right.
I believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, yes, I did see him.
Huh? Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this. The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Oh, what is Celeste?
Just hurry up and tell us!
Right.
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag, and then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
A track jacket and a double bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the
I
murder
forgot
scene.
about that track jacket.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
Well, I'd better get going. I'm kinda in a hurry.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry. But why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him.
That's
to
true.
think.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But
That makes
Hina and
sense.
I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, He must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much.
And that was the secret on his card.
Enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
What a marvelous friendship!
The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No. You already have what you need to make the connection.
Huh?
I do.
You know who the killer is.
I do?
Seriously? Who is it?
It has to be a guy.
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of.
Track jacket.
Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Are you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who did it based on 2 pieces of evidence that we don't have?
What? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
I know it wasn't Hifumi.
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for you to say, but fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket? The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse.
Okay.
All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from.
Okay.
Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
Does Chihiro's track jacket really hold some clue about the killer? Somehow, it's really hard to believe. I don't even know. Like, I forgot about the track jacket. So let's account. Okay, we're still doing that.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed.
To the gym.
He was on his way to go exercise.
Yes.
So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
No.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
Why did I do that? Why did I do that? I don't know why I did that. Hold on.
A few moments later.
Okay.
First of all, he was on his way to... So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him?
No, it's wrong! Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
Huh?
I think
What'd I
everybody
say?
has different colored tracksuits.
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said...
I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then I assumed he headed off to exercise.
She never said anything about the jacket's color. So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What are you...
No! Not Mondo! Not Mondo!
Hey, Celeste, what color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact, it was blue?
No! No! No!
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Because I just...
Oh, Mondo!
I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
No, that can't be it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died! That's the only possibility!
And that's why he felt so guilty. because he wanted to get stronger, and he felt guilty when we were talking to him. I'm so weak right now, and it's probably because I'm hungry, but also
talking about Chihiro?
This.
So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night. He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
But it wasn't in his hands, it was in the bag.
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony,
she stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
when Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
Mondo.
It would appear you've dug your own grave.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit.
Oh, wow. So that he could basically... Oh,
That's why you said you knew who did it. To put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
Oh.
But why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question.
The way he talked, the way he was acting. No?
There was a certain turning point that tipped me. Maybe you did. You only... And after he was killed, you happened to refer to him as Dude.
Oh, I was right. I thought I had got it wrong and I skipped through all of that.
Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
Mondo did call him a dude.
You notice such a tiny detail?
It was in the locker room.
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful.
No, I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Mondo, was it really you?
Oh, Mondo.
Did you really kill Chihiro?
The one person that defended her and basically protected her.
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Yeah! He would never do something like that! This is a false accusation!
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems you're all out of leads.
My time has nearly come. That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you found some evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
And why weren't you saying anything this whole time?
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
Right?
If you really insist, then, here it is.
What is it?
What do you have there?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
You found it on the ground, right? Then that must belong to...
Chihiro! We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found it.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
But according to Monokuma, they can't be broken.
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
They're not.
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken.
It's not.
As is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall. For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere? How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
How did the handbooks break? There's only one possible explanation. Hacking it, maybe? Oh, it could be hitting his weak point. I remember him saying
You already
that
told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
I sure did.
Sure, maybe I let that slip, but I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession, then
we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
You're asking me?
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Just tell us already. Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example? Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break!
I flippin' knew it!
You knew it?
Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna.
The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh? It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin. If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Message.
Interesting. I learned one new fact today.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
Meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
And the only people who have gone to the sauna was Mondo and...
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
Indeed. Quite the mystery.
What if they found out by accident?
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke? They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that? I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
I might know someone who did.
You?
Seriously?
I think the one who may have taken their handbook into the sauna was...
Who might have brought their handbook into the sauna? It had to have been one who wore all their clothes in the sauna. Wait a minute. It's Mondo! Mondo was the only... Man, I don't feel right doing this. Mondo was the only person when those two had that back and forth, was sitting in there with their clothes. Was it Mondo?
Here's my answer.
It was Mondo.
Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What? Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember?
He did.
And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets. And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
Oh, come
Wait,
on.
You got it all wrong! He would never kill! I don't accept this! Show me the proof!
And that's
the
his friend, too. I mean, I don't want to believe it either, but I found something that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt. His handbook cannot work fine if it's broken. Give it a broken eBay.
Let's test Makoto's assertion.
If what he says is you broke your own handbook. In other words, if Mondo, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just...
No, it don't, because it's broken.
No, that's wrong.
Oh, Mondo really
Mondo,
did it.
the handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall. Isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works. I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own.
Oh, so Leon's handbook was never broken.
After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's, which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's.
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
Well, here's how I look at it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student. It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch!
What's wrong, bro? Come on! Tell him he's wrong! You are wrong! You have to be wrong! Everything you just said is wrong! You made it all up!
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning? That way, everything will become clear, and we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
Oh man, this is tough. Okay. Once again, stuff went into... Boys locker door. Then this, which was this. Then the poster took, hold on, 1, 2. I could have sworn I put that on there last time, but okay. And then he saw it. That dumbbell has to play some type of part. Now, what I think happened here, after he found her, I think he opened the door. No. Hold on. Where's that sauna one? Give me back. There's two. You have to go through a second. Give me this. He walked into the, because you have to, there's 2 ways to get, you have to go through 2 areas before you get to the sauna. That's there. Now, what have I not used? Didn't I put this here and it said that it was wrong? Yes. And this can't be, you can't have that there twice. Unless he went back to the boys' room and picked that up.
Here's
I don't know,
exactly
we'll
what happened.
I've been recording for 2 hours.
First, let's take a look back. Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag.
Okay.
That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime.
Yeah, which they weren't.
She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room?
Okay, got those right.
Simple. because she was really a he, which is why he was able to use his own e-handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room. Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him.
Okay. Okay, getting there.
It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro.
Please tell me I'm right.
And attacked him.
Okay.
And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from. It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned.
Okay. So they took the poster and they went to
Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet. Then, removing the bloody poster.
What? Okay. Hold on, that just threw me for a loop. Moving the bloodstained poster and then going into the girls. Didn't I use this already?
The killer is
I'ma
you.
try that. I'ma see.
Which is why they then removing the
Okay.
and finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course. But this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without...
I know. Hold on. That didn't make sense. So, could you have went into the girls' locker room
Here's
and picked that up?
exactly what happened. After all, using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem.
Okay.
And that's exactly how the killer did it. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch. That could have been the end of things, but no. Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated.
Okay, got that right.
So, after stumbling on the crime scene, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work.
Did all of that just to make things different.
He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body. Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter.
Okay. Oh, that was good. Okay.
And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook.
Oh, did I do this right? Yes!
And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out.
Oh, Leon. Not Leon.
Isn't that right, Mondo Orada?
Yeah, Mondo.
Wait! No! This can't be right! Where's your evidence? Yeah! Where's your evidence?
And that's
you need
right.
evidence! You need proof! Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him!
evidence that Mondo is the killer, that already revealed itself earlier in the trial. If I can somehow show where Mondo's handbook is right now, once I do that, everything will become clear. A new element has... Oh, goodness, here we go. Let's talk a little bit about Fever Time and Nate. Excuse me? Y'all cutting it a little bit too close there. During the battle time... I don't even want to read this now. Will it activate the tempo will be forced to its max. At this point, even if you push the button at random, you won't miss. So you can push A, Y, A, Y, however you want to destroy the opponent's verbal assault. But this only lasts until your focus gauge runs out. So make the best possible use of your time. Of course, it wouldn't be fair if only you got to access a special time, right? So we've also prepared something listen. I'm about to turn this doggone game off. If the opponent activates it during the battle time, or the tempo marker will disappear, making it quite a bit tougher to hit the button. Oh, okay. If you activate the fever time at this point, no, never mind. I'm sure nothing would happen. I don't know what I was worried about. Unsurprisingly, if your action difficulty is set to gentle, the opponent won't use... I don't even remember the actual...
Show me some evidence! You're wrong! I won't listen! I refute you! False! Show me some evidence! I won't listen! I refuse to vote! Show me some evidence!
Oh, this is it!
You're wrong! I won't listen!
I'm still here!
I refute you! False! Show me some evidence!
I can't see!
I won't listen! You're corrupt! I refuse to vote! I refute you! False! You're corrupt!
He got me. And that was good. I'll give it to him. I couldn't see crap. So it's all about timing. It's all about timing. It's all about timing. Okay, hold on. We're gonna do
I refuse to give up yet.
No, I'm good. I'm gonna see if I can get as much of these down as possible. Where's his...
Show me some evidence! You're wrong! I won't listen! I refute you! False! Show me some evidence! I won't listen! I refuse to vote! Show me some evidence! You're wrong! I won't listen! I refute you! False! Show me some evidence! I won't listen! You're corrupt! I refuse to vote! I refute you! False! You're corrupt! Show me some evidence! I won't listen! Show me some evidence! You're wrong! I won't listen! I refute you! False! Show me some evidence! I won't listen! I refuse to vote! Show me some evidence! You're wrong!
I got him! I got him!
Show me some evidence!
I got him!
This should prove it!
I got him! And that's the thing, his friend is the one that's trying to fight with him. He's not even trying to fight with himself.
My thinking so far is right. Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon, in which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that, we'll...
We don't gotta do that.
He said, I'll just own up to it, man.
Huh?
Yeah. I did it. I killed him.
mean, I'll take that, but still, Mondo.
Bro, what are you saying?
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just give up. Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with.
Oh,
Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that.
Wait! Hold on!
No waiting, no holding on. Time for the moment we've all been waiting for. Grab your lever and give it a yank! Who will you elect as the Blackened this time around? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
I don't feel good about this one. I mean, I didn't feel good about the first one, but this one is just... I don't know. I don't know, man.
What?
Uh-oh. This time it looks like you got it right again. Yes, it is so. The Blackened that killed Chihiro, Fugasaki, was Mondo Owada. I mean,
unbelievable.
In case you're wondering, the vote was not unanimous. Oh. He didn't want to admit that. He didn't want to believe it. There's no way he would kill someone.
Sorry.
What is this?
Why are you apologizing? Why did you do... Oh.
Now then.
Well, it looks like Mondo's taking a vow of silence, so allow me to explain on his behalf.
Actually,
the story of the murder this time is the sad story of two men. Oh, but for anyone who doesn't really want to hear it, you can hit the B button to fast forward. Anyway, there was once a young boy, and his name was Chihiro Fugasaki. I probably said that wrong. He had an extreme inferiority complex regarding his own lack of strength. Oh, you're so weak, even though you're a boy. He'd heard things like that as long as he could remember, and he couldn't overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he tried to hide and buried himself further and further into that weakness, to take on the fragile form of a petite young girl. He had chosen that as his way out. Now nobody will be able to say anything about even though you're a boy. But no matter how tightly he wrapped himself up in that shell, the inferiority complex had already taken root deep inside of him, and it was not so easily weeded out. As it turned out, the shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear. Instead, it only grew stronger and stronger. I'm weak.
Weak.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Once the killing game had begun here at the school, he had no choice but to accept this fact. After all, this world is survival or of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets, which of course included Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to. So basically, I still don't get why Mondo did it. What was Mondo's motive in? I guess because he didn't want his secret to get out. Even though he dressed like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy.
Hey,
And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. If that was revealed, it would be the end. The hardened shell would crack. The armor would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than ever before. Freaking bullies. I hate bullies. Everyone figured being thrust into such a dilemma must have sent him spiraling into despair.
What?
And yet,
I'm sorry.
I don't really want to talk about it right now.
But
I also don't want to leave things the way they are. So maybe I can talk about it later. After I try my best to become stronger. Then I can tell everyone. Unknowingly, he used the threat of discovering to motivate himself to become stronger. Discovery to motivate him to become stronger.
that's right.
Now's my chance.
I want to change.
I'm going to get stronger and accept who I am. Strong enough so that when someone says, even though you're a boy, I'll be okay. I'll get better. Oh my gosh. With that thought at the front of his mind, he resolved to take immediate action. And so, that day, he made a commitment to begin exercising. He was prepared to retrain his mind and body. But sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it.
Hey,
That's why you gotta be careful about how you treat people, man. When he decided to start exercising, he thought it would be good to ask for someone's help. But he wanted to tell that person his secret first, and then ask them to help him from there. And that person he went to...
Yeah, that's right.
It was me. It was Mondo, the one person that defended him. The biker gang fella had been painfully clear about how important his manly promises were. So Chihiro probably figured that even if he confide in Mondo, his honor would make him keep the secret. Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo was the very symbol of a strong man that Chihiro had always aspired to. Maybe talking to Mondo about it will help give me some courage. So he went and asked Mondo to help him become stronger. That was his aspiration. And he thought that only with Mondo's support would he ever be able to become close to that.
Correct.
So then, that must be why Mondo did what he did, to keep the promise he made to Chihiro. Huh? Did what? You mean that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room to the girls' locker room?
Indeed.
To keep the secret. Yes, that's exactly what I mean. Wasn't that to cover up what he done?
Certainly.
That could have been a part of it, but I don't think it was the main reason. The real purpose was to keep the promise between men he'd made to Chihiro. But how does moving the body keep his secret? Because if everyone knew he'd been killed in the boys' locker room, then everyone would have been arguing about how she got into the boys' locker room, right? Right? Sorry. Once that started up, at least a few of us would have immediately begun to suspect his identity. So he tried to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him in the girls' locker room and stealing his handbook. See? Then Mondo did all that to keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro, who he also killed. Why would he do that? The more I hear you talk, the more I don't understand. I mean, you guys trusted each other, right? So why? Why did you? Because no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know.
I knew it.
So that's what triggered it, after all. The possibility of having your embarrassing memories and secrets exposed. So then what is this? That's impossible. Nothing could have been that bad. Something he didn't want anyone to know, even if it meant killing someone?
You're wrong!
It's possible.
Don't make me repeat myself.
How many times must I repeat myself? To judge others by your own standards is the height of folly. Even if you can't comprehend it, he obviously can. That's all there is to it. Well, while we're on the subject, why don't I tell you? Oh, he's gonna tell them That embarrassing memory, that secret he didn't want anyone to know.
Hey,
You know what Mondo did? He killed his own brother. I had to have a moment of silence for that one. Mondo, the ultimate biker gang leader, makes all the hoodlums and riffraffs across the country tremble. But the only reason he had the chance to join a gang in the first place was because of a certain someone. Mondo's older brother's name was Daya Owada. Daya, that's cute. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Daya that Mondo even got on a motorcycle. Mondo's brother was his only family growing up. He was the only one Mondo could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he imitated him in everything he did. Mondo was the... Wait a minute. So does that mean that because he kind of saw himself in Chihiro, in a sense? I don't know. Maybe he's... I don't know. A starry-eyed kid brother. I don't know. Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang. And before anyone knew it, it had grown into the biggest biker gang in the country. Daya, the older brother, number one in the gang, had his number two, his younger brother, Mondo. In the beginning, everything was peaches and gravy. Ew. But when Mondo started to think about how he would have to take over the gang from his brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation began to gnaw on Mondo's very soul. So was it the pressure? The kid's gonna take over the Daya, huh? Daya created the game with his bare hands. Mondo's just along for the ride. Can someone like that really be our leader? All that'll do is make the gang look bad. Almost every day, Mondo heard the gossip and whispers of the other members of the gang, which is why...
I just...
Oh, he did see himself in... Oh, wow. He saw himself in Chihiro. I gotta get stronger. Stronger than Daya. Or Daya. Once, just one time. No matter what, I gotta win.
Don't fuck with me.
I don't care what it takes. I gotta come out on top. And on that night of his amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged him to a street race. But during that race, tragedy struck. Oh! The kid brother pushed ahead with reckless abandon, eager of victory, and dashed into oncoming traffic. But suddenly, his brother jumped in to save him. His brother hit a Jack Teller. If you've never seen Sons of Anarchy, you don't know what I'm talking about. Lying in his kid brother's arms, the older brother delivered his final words. My bad, kid. I effed up. Sorry. Of course, he knew it was his brother's fault, but Daya never blamed him for what happened. Hey kid, the rest is up to you. No matter what, you gotta keep the gang together. 'Cause it's the team, you and me, put together. Oh, it's a promise between men. He decided to hide the truth of what happened from everyone else in the gang, in order to keep the gang together and keep the promise to his brother. He could never admit to anyone that it was his own weakness that had caused the accident. And as a result, the team was made even stronger under the banner of the kid who destroyed his big brother. Oh, who bested his big brother, sorry. Daya was gonna lose to his kid brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed. that became the explanation explanation for what happened. Mondo's lie became the truth. He wanted to lead the team so bad, he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother.
I'm
strong. And yet, as soon as our killing game began, he realized no matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced that revealing all of the embarrassing secrets. At that point, it was clear I would have no problem shedding light on his secret. Mondo killed his own older brother. No matter what, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. If that happened, everything would have been ruined. Everything me and my brother had worked to create would have been destroyed. His death, all the guilt I had been carrying around, it all would have been for nothing. So that's why after I saw what Monokuma had on me, my head filled up with all kinds of fuzzy uneasiness and just started swirling around. I never felt anything like it before. I didn't know what to do about it. I wasn't sure what to think or say, but after a while, the fuzziness, that fuzzy uneasiness turned itself into a rock-hard lump of anxiety way down into my stomach. And it was right around then that Chihiro asked me to start working out with him. And right there, he told me a secret. Seriously?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry I lied to you. But why? Why now? Why are you telling me this all of a sudden?
Huh?
Because, I mean, you've kept the secret all this time, right? If anyone found out, you would...
But...
You're right, but...
I want to change.
I wrapped myself in lies. I'm weak. I want to destroy that version of me forever. His words were like a knife in my gut. I felt like he was exposing the lie I'd been living myself. I have to change. I don't want to be weak anymore. You're so strong, it can't hurt you, right? Whatever secret Monokuma might tell us.
You piece of...
So, what? You're saying I should just say it?
What?
You're saying if I really am, I should just be able to tell everyone my secret?
Huh?
I was jealous. I was jealous of Chihiro's strength. He had the strength to face his own weakness to try and overcome it. It was the kind of strength I never had. So I was jealous of him. And that jealousy broke me.
What?
Are you making fun of me? I'm strong. Are you Are you messing with me right now?
No.
I'm not making fun of you. You really are strong, Mondo. I felt like I could hear something starting to creak. Something inside my head. What did he want me to do? What was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to just sit back, let my secret get revealed and ruin everything?
What's wrong?
Damn you!
Why did you have to tell me all that? Are you trying to rub my failure in my face?
I just wanted to...
I just really admire you. I admire your strength.
Yeah, that's right.
I am strong. I'm strong. Okay. Stronger than you.
You son of a bitch!
And stronger than Dea. I don't remember anything after that. When I woke up again, he was lying at my feet covered in blood. I had the dumbbell in my hand and I was just staring at him down on the ground. I killed him.
I killed Chihiro. Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been. And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
What is going on? He was normally so aggressive and so angry. He did that He hid that weak side away from everyone. That was his secret. A weakness like that lived in a heart like his, and it turned him cold-blooded. Come on now. For a secret from the past, for a memory. For that, he killed another living human being in cold blood. He couldn't cut free from his regret from the outside world. He doesn't know what true strength is. Do you see hope anywhere in there? Cause I sure don't.
Yep.
Okay, I'll say what I say it as many times as I want. Is what I want to say, but unfortunately I can't do that right now because the time for punishment is fast approaching.
It can't be.
You mean execution?
Well now.
That's what I promised you, right? The blackened that disrupts the peace will be punished.
Ridiculous.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
For Mondo Owada, the ultimate biker gang leader.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
Oh my gosh. Like, I don't know how to feel. It was the fact that he hadn't dealt with his own issues. You know, Chihiro came to him in confidence and really admired him. Chihiro didn't know what he was dealing with, but because he wasn't dealing with his own stuff,
sorry, man.
He didn't face it. And he blew up.
I couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
Man, Mondo. I mean, come on. Y'all been recording for like 2 hours and 50 minutes. What is this? Why do you have him tied to it like that? Oh, Mondo. Y'all, the cage of death. I don't. What? What? What just happened? I don't know what to say to that. Laugh at death and your soul will forever be at peace. What? It can't be. My brother. Oh, another murder and another execution. I want to feel again. Everyone's lives are taken so lightly here. I feel like I might be going mad. Maybe I'll just let it happen. As Taka's sad screams evaded our skulls, we were each forced to realize once again. But he, of course. Oh, of course he had to. What a disappointment. This is the end of the game.
What is this?
You're completely insane. You know that? A game? One of our friends is dead. Do you realize that?
Naturally.
Of course I do. Because this game is life or death.
Hey.
I don't have anything to say to you. I don't have a response, except that...
However...
I just don't understand why. Why did you go out of your way to disguise Mondo's crime?
What?
Why? Isn't it obvious? Because it made things more interesting. His voice was calm, emotionless, like the voice of death. It chilled me to the bone. I wonder, this is just a random curiosity, if his family is over all of this. It's over everything. Last night, when the murder took place, I was in the library as usual.
Honestly.
So you ignored the nighttime rule too? That rule never mattered to me. I don't recall agreeing to it.
There is nothing to be done.
Well, I don't particularly care. Please continue. The night grew late. I decided to return to my room, which is when I stumbled upon him. I spotted Mondo coming out of the girls' locker room. After he gone, I looked inside and saw the corpse. What? You mean you actually witnessed the murder? He was such a fool. He didn't have the slightest idea that I seen him.
Well...
So you're saying you knew who the culprit was from the very beginning?
That's right.
Indeed. But if that had been the end of it, how boring would that have been? I mean, what a waste of time to have the answer revealed right at the beginning. Which is why I decided to lend a little helping hand. I thought it would liven things up. You did all that to liven things up?
I see.
So after hearing about Genocide Jack from TOKO, you decided to use that to create a fake murder scene. But man, if you hadn't figured out who really done it, you would have been dead too, right? Well, obviously I would have revealed the truth before it reached that point. Of course. Byakugan turned and looked me in the eye. I could feel his sharp eyes piercing into me. Thanks to a certain remarkable someone, it never did, and I was able to perform an interesting experiment. Once I do decide to become blackened, I now know who I'll have to watch out for. What?
Correct.
So that was your reason. Are you satisfied?
Indeed.
Yes. We're done listening to your story. Moving on.
Hey.
There's something I'd like to ask Monokuma.
What's this?
Huh? I'm up next? You like to perform these elaborate execution each time, correct? My question is, why? Do you like them? But, you know, the punishments, this despair, it's not just for you. All this punishment, all this despair is my gift to mankind itself.
What?
You're over-exaggerating. I am not over-exaggerating. The punishments are meant to transform all hope to despair.
Damn.
What do you mean? Mean? Okay.
What the heck?
Okay. I don't understand why you have to pick apart every little stupid thing. Whatever. It doesn't matter. In the end, I'm going to stand alone as the victor, and then everything will be revealed to me. The noble son of a noble family. Truly, you understand me. I think this is the start of a terrifying friendship.
That's enough.
Shut up. I would never stoop to the level of a childish criminal like you. Let me just say this. After I have achieved complete victory, you're up next. I'm going to find you and kill you, understand?
In the name of my family.
In the name of the Togami family, for which victory is a foregone conclusion.
You're getting all riled
so
up.
Cool. It's like you're the main character of a video game or something. No trash mob for you. I swear, whatever it takes, I will kill you. I believe him too. Temper. Sounds like someone needs a nap. Okay. Wow. Monokuma's laugh peeled across the courtroom, and the curtains closed on the case of Chihiro and Mondo. But I knew that wasn't the end. The killing game would still continue, because the mastermind wouldn't let it end. For those of us who were still alive, our worst fear and despair kept on multiplying. It was the kind of despair that felt like a blind puppy in hell had more of a future than us. All of our courage, our effort, our friendship, it felt like it amounted to nothing at all. It was the worst kind of despair.
Well, anyway, like I was saying, this is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really good spot. Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring?
Huh?
Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it. Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part. You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right? Well, no biggie. Nothing we can do about it now. So just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay? After all, that's what everyone wants to see.
Huh? There's one thing I'd like to ask you.
As long as you don't want to know my measurements, fire away.
Who is it? The 16th high school student, I mean.
Ooh, my, you really took me by surprise there. I know I said you could ask anything, but super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied. Because you see, that's my ace in the hole. And nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friends.
What is happening? Boy's life of despair. What is happening? So there's another person that they're bringing in? We down to 10 people. And they dropping like 2 at a time. Technically, it could be 3 at a time because... Can it be? Yeah. Because you have the person that was murdered, the culprit themselves who did it, and then a second person can be killed too because the blacking can kill up to 2 people. Do you want to save that? Yes, please. I'll save it here. I hope I didn't just make a mistake. Oh, what's wrong?
I know I shouldn't cry, but I've had enough. I can't take it anymore. Getting out of here anytime soon, it's impossible. I can't let myself think about how much I want to get out of here. If I keep thinking like that, I might decide to.
Donuts. I need to eat some donuts. That'll cheer me up. That sounds so good. Glazed donuts, twisty donuts, jelly donuts, cream-filled donuts, donut holes. Listen, donut holes, yes. Blueberry donuts for sure.
Okay.
Oh, God of donuts, I'm praying for a wonderful encounter. I'm sorry. Please forgive me for breaking the nighttime rule. But right now, for me, donuts are absolutely necessary. Huh?
Huh?
What's that sound? It sounds like it's coming from the bathhouse.
But...
I'm super scared, but... Is someone there? Oh, no. Can I save this? Oh, crap. I should have stopped it. I should have stopped it. What? Chapter 3. A next generation legend. Stand tall, galactic hero. I honestly cannot believe that Mondo was the one that did it. I wasn't expecting him to make a move like that soon, if he was going to make one at all. But not only that, but to find out that Chihiro was actually a boy, which it made sense now that all the clues are together and things like that. Like, he only wanted to hang around the guys. He only felt comfortable around the guys because he was trying to keep it secret. But I don't know I don't know how to take all of that. Like, it's just crazy how everyone's stories are starting to like intertwine and connect. Like, Chihiro and Mondo in their own separate times felt weak in a different way. And Mondo was trying to get strong. Chihiro was trying to get strong. And Chihiro really looked up to Mondo, but because of that, Mondo kind of took it personally. Chihiro not knowing what's going on with Mondo, and Mondo snapped. He killed him. So, I don't know. All I can say is watch how you treat people. Like, don't I hate bullies. I really do, but y'all don't bully each other. Don't look at a person and say, you know, you should be this or you should be that. Just let people live their life and grow and mature and learn on their own. Outside of that, I can't wait to see what happens next. I'm excited. And yeah, I love y'all, and I will see y'all in the next video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and shout out to my new subscribers. Love y'all, and bye.